Again, there's a lot of issues, and I can't get into it. There's a lot of detail. The commissioners, myself, and the other two commissioners spent a lot of time on this. This was not something we took frivolously. It's not something we took lightly. We spent quite a bit of time analyzing and evaluating this, and then coming to the conclusion that we did. Now, again, we were required by law to vote yes. We did. We didn't want to. Again, not because we have anything animus against the library. That's not what it's about. So, some of the talking points just for your edification, and I'm not going to try to convince you one way or the other. I'm just throwing information out there for you to make your own judgment call on things. The Cardinal School System, Middlefield, paid for their own library. They didn't ask for the people in Geauga County to fund their library. They had their own bond system. They paid for it. They're part of the Geauga County library system. They didn't go to anybody else and ask for anybody to pay for the library. They're not going to be made whole on that. I guess they just said that's the way it is. Geauga County citizens are going to pay for the libraries that are currently being targeted. Bainbridge, West Jeterson renovations, the Newberry Library System, a few others. But all of the citizens, whether or not you like libraries or not, you will be assessed a levy fee associated with that. I already commented on the fact that one of the criteria is that you need more meeting space. Fundamentally, if we're talking about a library, is that what library is about, meeting space? Or is it about something else? I don't know. I'm just going to throw that as a thought starter. The library board is promoting the fact that it's only $16 per 100,000 home value. How many homes in Geauga County are $100,000 homes?
Very few.
Very few. The average home price in Geauga County is $300,000. So multiply that times 3, and you get a more accurate number. Why is that important? It's still not a lot of money relative to. It comes to the heart of the whether information is being conveyed honestly to the people in Geauga County. For me, if you're going to be honest and open with somebody, you use the average. You don't use the lowest dollar amount when you're promoting your effort. The other thing is, one of the selling points from their consultants was that they need more makerspace. How many people know what a 3D printer is? Okay. 3D printers, additive manufacturing, it's a really hot topic. It is where there's a lot of motion in the direction of that technology. That technology is all over the place. It's in our schools, it's in our colleges, it's in our home. You can go out and buy one for a few $100s today. The question gets to be, again, in the library, is that where the focus should be? Investing in makerspace? Or is that more appropriately in our school system, who are teaching our kids about technology and where they're going and so on and so forth? Okay. So this is a bond issue. The bond issue is a $500,000. It's going to raise $24 million to be paid back over 30 years. If you look at their plan that was given to us, here's the cost per building that they want to invest in. So if you look at Bainbridge, the cost that they said, this is right out of their plan. I have a whole copy of the plan. Anybody wants to see it. I was actually going to bring up the plan. Anybody who wants a copy, there's a lot more interesting information in that whole plan that you might be interested in. I picked out a couple of things that would make a point for you. If you take a look at the Bainbridge Library, it's going to cost $14.5 million. That's their number. I didn't make that up. That's what they put in their plan. That's 30,000 square feet. If you do the math, that's my spreadsheet on the left. That's $483 per square foot. The county is going through a feasibility study. We could build a courthouse, high-tech, probably the most complicated building we'll build in the county, for $300 a square foot. Should a library be $483 a square foot, or maybe $200 a square foot? The average cost for a building, any building in Geauga County, is about $200 a square foot. So they've kind of pumped up the number, which is going to cause you to have to pay for an ongoing levy for 30 years I have a little problem with that. I have a problem with their being honest about how much money, what they're going to use the money for. And there's a lot of detail in the plan that kind of talks about this, but that's just a sign to me that this is not a well thought out plan. Again, I want to reinforce the fact I don't have any issues with the people that run the library. They're good people, they want good things. Maybe they just didn't do enough work and due diligence on this plan to make it a good plan, and that's the reason I have an issue with this levy. Not that I would have an issue with any other levy if it was well thought out. I have an issue with this one because they didn't represent the numbers correctly or well. Oops, it jumped out of into the next issue. I had thought I'd put, and it looks like I did not. Oh, okay, here we go. So here's another point. So 5 mills to get $24 million. They're saying, and this is what they told the commissioners and asked us to vote yes on, all they needed was $24 million. That's what they told us. For $24 million, all those projects that you saw on this page, they could do for $24 million. But wait a minute, look at the bottom line. What does this bottom line say? $46 million. So they told us, the voters, and the commissioners, they needed $24 million. They needed to pass a levy for $24 million. What does that last line say? Oh, but wait a minute. We can go take a loan out for another $24 million for a 30-year period, for a total of $46 million. Were you told that in the most recent education? I don't think so. So again, for me, I'm as honest as I can be when I'm dealing with the people in Geauga County. Sometimes people don't like what I say because I'm very outspoken, very direct. But I try to be honest. I try to represent things honestly. I ask you, does this look like, and it's probably just not out of intentional, it's just maybe not competent. Tim Leno, we got another commissioner in the back here that wants to say a word.
I wanted to add.
Going up forward, too.
Just to add to that, there's interest associated with these dollars too. So when you're saying $24 million, it's actually another $21 million in interest over the next 40 years. So this is going to be roughly a $45 million expense to the county. So.